Yo, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's going on, y'all? Actually about to head out, man. We're gonna be going back to the beach. So before we head out, I figured I would, of course, chat with you guys and watch the car. Cause I don't know how you guys grew up, but you can't be going nowhere in a dirty car. That's an automatic no-no. Especially if you're going out of town, man. You're going out of town, you want to cruise around to something that's clean on the outside, clean on the inside. But y'all already see the title, man. You already know how we're rocking. So this video is titled How a Man Functions, right? So peep game. Pretty sure you guys are, well, most of you guys are familiar with Kevin Samuels. If you're not, stop watching this video right now. Go check out Kevin Samuels' YouTube channel. Pretty sure he said this in probably the majority of his videos. He talked about the single woman, what is it called? Single woman something, man. It's like it's just something to let you know that that woman is single. And he was speaking about, what is it called? The smoke detector. And I'm gonna break that down real quick. So he spoke about the smoke detector. Anytime he heard that little beep in the back that kept going off, he's like, well, let me tell you, I know she's single. I know she's single. A lot of people didn't pick up on why he continued to say that and put so much emphasis on that. Because no man in his right mind is gonna sit by and allow that damn buzzing noise to continue to beat day in and day out when it is a very, very simple solution. Change the damn batteries out. How men function. Men, all right? A man. We're not talking about these little beta simp dudes or whatever, man, you know what I'm saying? That sit there and take ish and take shit. My bad, I didn't mean to curse, my bad. But take ish and take ish. I ain't really working on that, man, for real. But anyway, you know, he continued to speak about that stuff. And I think that not only applies to something like that, but it applies to pretty much everything else as far as the grass needing to be cut. You drive past certain neighborhoods, right? And let's just say, for instance, you drive down there on a Monday and you look at the houses and and you see somebody's grass all out of whack. I'm not saying that, you know, some women don't keep their yards up. I'm just trying to illustrate a point here. But you got some yards that have grass piled freaking, I'll just say, to the waist. You come back on Friday and that grass still has not been cut. If somebody lives there, you see a van or some type of SUV there. A lot of them they like SUVs. But anyway, so you come back next week and that grass is still there. I'm gonna say this. I think it's safe to assume that the person that's living there has to be a female. All right? A female, or it's a lot of feminine energy in that household. Y'all know I speak and I talk a lot about feminine energy versus masculine energy, right? Because there's no way in hell a masculine man is gonna sit in that damn house with the freaking grass being piled. That would irritate a masculine man. Like, what the bruh, that thing need to be cut and need to be taken care of. Let me make some time out today to take care of it. Because things like that will honestly irritate. And whether he pays somebody to do it or whether he does it himself, regardless, we're not going to continue to walk outside on a day-to-day and see that it's piling up. Same goes for that smoke detector, all right? That single woman's call, whatever he said it was. That little beeping noise that continues to go off, like, nah, bro, we're gonna correct that is right there. And yeah, we're not about to continue to sit around and listen to that aggravating mess every couple of seconds. And that's going on throughout the day. And most single women, they'll end up tuning it out. But any masculine man is gonna fix that damn problem, right? He gonna nip that in the bud real quick, man. Real quick. It's aggravating. And I'm just gonna talk about myself here. But it is very, very hard. It's impossible for me to focus when it's clutter. I can't stand it, man. I cannot stand clutter. My brain, it just irritates me so freaking much, man. I cannot operate under clutter. Dirt, mess, the whole nine. No, in order for me to be in a good space, things have to be nice and tight, in order, where things make sense. That is probably like maybe 40% of me getting into my creative zone. Everything around me has to be clean. All right? In order for me to really get into it, because you gotta think about this, man. You know, whether it comes to shooting skits, doing a podcast, just a regular YouTube video or whatever, the area that I'm gonna be working in has to be clean, in order. Oh, that itch will drive me crazy. I do understand, you know, there's sometimes when you're on the go and you're just trying to get the shot, trying to get it over with. But if I can help it, which I can, 90 to 95% of the time, then I'm gonna take the time to clean that space, whatever space I'm gonna be working in. But ladies, listen to me, all right? For the 23 women that watch this YouTube channel, and it's crazy because more and more women are actually starting to tune in, which is, it's good, man. It's good. We got some women tuning in. That's a good thing, fellas. I mean, they're actively listening, hopefully. But I'm gonna say this, especially the single women. You want a man, you want a good masculine man, right? Then understand this. He has to be able to come into a space where it's gonna be easy for him just to take control, all right? It is so easy to take over something that's already being maintained. And I'm not saying that, you know, most men don't mind stepping in, taking charge, making some changes, because we are going to do that, you know. And it should be changes for the better. That helps you function a lot better. And it has to make sense. If it don't make sense, then check the guy that you're with, all right? Well, I ain't gonna say check the guy that you're with, but you need to check and see what's going on, because most of the time, men are logical thinkers. So they're gonna think this thing through 60 times. I ain't gonna say 60 times, but they're gonna think this thing through, and it's gonna make sense before they actually make these type of changes, whatever those changes may be. It's gonna make sense, all right? And it should increase productivity around your house, all right? So again, if everything is nice, neat, and in order, which it should be as a functioning adult, then it is so easy for him to, come in and that's, let's just say for instance, if it's vice versa, right? If it's vice versa, and you're moving in with him, this is actually a good one. For those women that have reached that feminine state, and you're lucky enough to get a masculine man that's willing to step in and take over, and make sure you guys are financially covered, and he's one of those protector providers. Just keep in mind, man, it's a very, very small percentage of women that are getting those type of guys. Very, very small percentage of women that will even be able to be around those men long term. Most of y'all gonna form a bad image y'all form a bad. But we ain't gonna get up on that, man. We gonna, cause I have to start bringing data statistics to back up whatever I'm saying, but we're gonna try to stay off of that for now. But say for instance, the other way around, right? And you're moving in with, come on, I didn't even touch the dog on charger port. There you go. But yeah, you're moving in with him. Your life, you and your life has to be organized, clean. You cannot be one of those women that's just out here winging it and doing all these other things, because that type of man wants a traditional woman. What does he get with a traditional woman? A woman that understands that clutter is a freaking no-no. All right, that is a automatic no-no. When you think back to women like your grandmothers, your great-grandmothers, I know my grandmother, my grandmother, she didn't have a lot of clothes. She didn't have a lot of shoes. You know what I mean? Every time you step inside of that woman's house, always clean. It was never a day that anybody could pop up over her house and things were dirty. It never got to that point. Never. So I'm not saying that we should go back to those times, but I think we can all agree there are some things that we can take from those times, learn from those times, and use some of those things, because most women today want a traditional type man, but most of these women are not traditional. All right? And not to say that there aren't any traditional men out there. They are. And the purpose of this particular video and a lot of others is to let you know that there are men out there that would be more than willing to provide you the lifestyle that you want. They're out there. They are most certainly out there. The question is, how can you get it? Why are you not getting them? Why are you not attracting those type of men? And when you look at your life will tell you exactly why you haven't been able to achieve those type of goals. Why you haven't been able to get those type of men. And it all goes back to how men function. Most women don't understand. If I want this type of guy, what do I do to attract these type of men? All right? How do men, masculine men, function? We're not talking about the guys that's for the streets, guys that's gonna cheat on you, don't know how to lead, the whole nine, like all the arguments that people try to bring up that you really shouldn't really be focusing on. Let's just focus on the winners. Focus on the winners and peep and watch how they operate. And ask yourself, or, hopefully if you're lucky enough, these men on a personal level, maybe even ask them, You know what I mean? What are your likes? What are your dislikes? What, for the men that actually have women, you know what I mean? What about her stuck out and caused you to be attracted to the woman that you're with? And I guarantee you, if he honestly goes down that list and he's being completely honest, and I'm not talking about those men that have their tail between their legs, if you catch my drift, I'm not talking about those guys, all right? We're talking about masculine men that lead and do all the rest of that other stuff. Again, a very, very small percentage of men. How do they operate? What do those men tend to want in a woman? All right? And I promise you, they're gonna go down that list, and I guarantee you, those things that most of those guys are looking for in a woman, most of these women are not doing. They're not willing to do. They're not willing to give up that single individual lifestyle in order to cooperate and be with a man. And that's the reason why most of them will continue to be single and lonely. Unfortunately, that's what it's all about, man. You got to change your doggone ways, man. You got to give up a certain type of lifestyle. You cannot continue to operate how you operated before you were in, before you were in a relationship or whatever you guys got going on. You can't continue to operate that way, man. You are in a relationship to get that man's guidance, be that man's helping, be that feminine, submissive, inspirational. And again, we're just speaking about the small percentage of men that most women want. If you want an average guy, then I promise you, most of these things are not gonna apply. You ain't gotta do all of this stuff. You know what I mean? You're good. Some of you don't even have to change that much. You got a lot of men that would be more than willing to be beaten into submission and give you exactly what you want without requiring much from you. Again, we're speaking about those average guys that most women look down and frown upon. And I don't want to hear this BS about, most women will not, they don't frown at the average earning guy. They do. We got so many clips and so many videos that I have watched of women, when you get down to the nitty gritty of things and you really zero in and you ask them what it is they want and what type of men they will respect, time and time again, I have seen this doggone thing be proven time and time again. Most women do not want an average earning man, or let's switch that. Most women are not willing to respect an average earning man. Most of them feel like, I got my career, which is most of them just got a job. And when I let's go ahead and talk about that as well. When you talk about a job versus a career, most people are one paycheck away from being broke, thrown out, homeless, the whole nine. Most people are one paycheck away from that. And there ain't too many people out here that's basically living that type of lifestyle. Very, very few. I'm not saying that they're not out here, but let's be honest, most of them don't really necessarily have a career. But anyway, my bad, y'all. You want a certain type of man. Certain changes are going to happen. Certain changes are going to happen. You're going to have to give up that doggone lifestyle when you making all the decisions. If you want the type of man that most women want, you're going to have to give up whatever so-called power you have when it comes to making a lot of the decisions, when it comes to living a certain type of lifestyle. Most of y'all living for the streets anyway. You should want to get that dog on a lifestyle though. But yeah, that clutter, mess, all that other stuff, bro, you got to get up on it, man. Y'all gonna have to channel that inner grandma, great grandma. You gotta channel that thing, all right? You gotta take some notes from those women and understand, man, listen, it's chicks out here that have men that don't care if, you know, the house is dirty, the dishes ain't clean, you ain't cooked today, you know what I mean, and allow you to continue to move in a certain manner before you were married or whatever the case may be. Some men out here that'll do that. And there ain't nothing wrong with it. But for the women that really want that type of guy, you're gonna have to give that up, man. That lifestyle is no longer. You're gonna have to put in that doggone work. Not just to get that man's attention and have sex with that man, because unfortunately, I ain't gonna say unfortunately, but you're not the only woman out there that can give us sex, all right? A man can get sex almost anywhere. Now, they starting to put it in cans now. So don't think just because you got a little box that you're special. Sex is for people that are interested in that short-term thing. You want something long-term, you gotta make a change. You wanna keep that man's attention long-term, changes are going to have to be made. All right? So we're gonna switch it up a little bit, right? We spoke about how men function. All right? And what you're gonna have to do if you want that type of man that most men want. That type of man that most women want. So let's flip-flop this thing a little bit, all right? Let's flip-flop it. Flip-flop. We're gonna talk about the men now. All right, guys. A lot of my boys out there. You know what I'm saying? I just sit around and I listen to the conversation or whatever. The type of woman that most men want. Long term. We're not talking about those guys. Again, man, y'all know when I speak, we're speaking about what most people want. What do most women want? I'm gonna ask the question. You know what I mean? Let's take out like the height thing. You know what I mean? Like things that can't be changed. Things that can be changed. Most women want a man, a masculine man that's a leader, first and foremost. All right, a leader. Somebody that's gonna be able to be that force in the front of their family. All right? That's gonna stand here 10 toes down and make sure our family is good as far as protection. All right, being a protector, or being that leader. I think first and foremost, leader should be at the top of the board. Is he a good leader? All right. The next thing would be protection. All right. Do I feel safe with this man? I found out he's a good leader. He knows how to lead. But do I feel safe with this man? That's why I always encourage guys, man, work on that physical, dog. Work on that physical. I'm not saying you're gonna win every fight, but the more fit you are, and you know, you guys didn't grow up fighting, take some self-defense classes, karate, whatever, man. So you can protect not only yourself, but protect the people around you. Do the people around you feel safe in there with you? Listen, I know if somebody go off, and let's just say, you know what I'm saying, we just walking down the street, do I feel safe? Like, do I feel like his hands will at least be enough. I know this guy right here, you know what I mean? If somebody try to walk up to me and do anything, let's say they either using their fist or a knife or something like that. I don't know most people using guns and stuff, but do I at least feel safe to that point with him? Where I know if things get out of hand, he can knock somebody out at least. Or be able to talk to somebody. Well, I ain't gonna say talk maybe because, you know. So the physical, what does your physical look like as a man? Have you been working on that? If not, then you know what you need to do. Before we get into any of that other stuff, because I feel like all the rest of the things are gonna take a lot more time. When we start getting into the financial and the money. Majority of men, you can focus on these things today, right now. All right? Seek that dog on that leadership, talking to somebody that is leading, and you can see it in their life. Like in their life, you can actually see that they have taken the necessary steps, regardless of where they started it, and now they're at a point where you can see in their life where they have made really, really good choices, and it's showing leadership. All right, it's showing leadership. So, are they a leader? Are they a protector? You know, when they're around people, you think those people feel safe? Because this guy is the person that he should be. And you've worked on that emotional, where you don't lead with your emotions, but you lead with logic. Is this logical? Like, did I think this thing through? And again, their life, or men, your life will show you if you're moving in that direction. All right? Because, to be honest with you, man, life should definitely be getting easier as you go. It shouldn't be getting any harder. All right? You shouldn't be stuck in certain situations for years and years at a time. A man is going to make a logical decision and be like, yo, listen, you know, we've been living like this for a good little minute now. Things need to change, and he's going to make those necessary adjustments. And again, he's doing it in his life. Wait, pay attention. He's doing it in his life, and you can honestly see that he's moving in a different manner. So things about him may change, especially women, if you're with a guy that's making those changes before your eyes. All right? So he may move a little bit different. But as a woman, continue to be that feminine, soft, inspirational side. Don't be one of them chicks that just nag. Well, you're supposed to be doing it. You're not doing it. You're not doing it. All right? But anyway, let me stay on top. So, emotional, physical, the mental, we all went through trauma, and the whole nine, right? Those things we can start to fix immediately. Work on immediately. And then you guys already know most women want a guy that has his finances in order. And there's a reason why I put that financial thing at the end. Because, listen, man, I know bills can be stressful. Taking on somebody else's issue is going to be tough as well, as far as bills go, and a certain type of lifestyle that people want to other, you know, but let's just talk about women want to live. You know, the guys that I know are not men that lead with their emotions. They're not men that be out here just spending money on cars, clothes, shoes, and all, etc. They're more focused on their business. They're more focused on, you know, trying to obtain a generational wealth, the whole nine. So most guys that I know are not really crazy into spending like that. So, turn this camera around a little bit. Because to me, personally, man, that goes back to masculine and feminine. just in my eyes. I think that a guy that's just out here just spending money just to be spending money, whether it's, again, cars, clothes, shoes, just unnecessary, come on, man. They're not doing it. Now, I understand, you got some men that, splurge, they're going to enjoy their money, they work hard for it. But again, they're not doing that every day, all day. Most of their day is dedicated to making money or spending money towards something that's gonna help benefit them in the long run. Money that's making money, money that's working for them. Investing. There's more of, again, just investment, man. They're not out here spending money on shoes unless those shoes are investment. They're selling shoes or they're keeping shoes and, you know what I'm saying, they're going to appreciate or whatever. Clothes, I ain't gonna say clothes. I don't know too many clothes. You got jerseys and stuff. Most clothes ain't gonna be, no collectibles or whatnot. When it comes to cars, again, if that's an investment, that's different. That's different. But people that are out here just spending money just to use those things for personal reasons, most men I know don't move like that. That's a no-no. That's a red flag, automatically. A man that cannot control his emotions when he's spending is a huge red flag. Huge red flag, man. Now speak about these things because these are things that I'm not gonna say that I'm some of the things that I speak about, I am working to overcome those things. But I think my life pretty much shows, man. I'm a minimalist. I don't need nothing like one pair of shoes, 2 pair of shoes or whatever, some dress shoes or tennis shoes. So when it comes to spending, man, I'm not and never will I ever be that guy that just be sitting out here just spending money on crazy stuff. I'm more focused on buying land, you know what I mean? Trying to get these boxable that needs to hurry up and get here. And those things. Anyway, let me stick to the men right now. All right, women or guys, you need to make sure that you are paying close attention and understand how the woman that you want, how those type of women function. All right. Those type of women are on the lookout for men that are masculine, assertive, they understand what their purpose are, they're goal-driven, or I'm not gonna say goal-driven, but purpose-driven. It's like each and every day they already know exactly what it is that they need to be doing. They're not just waking up and just going about their doggone day like they run around with, like a chicken with their head cut off. They're not doing that, man. Oh. Assertive, masculine men, they move in a different manner, all right? And I'm saying this because, I've spoken with my mentor, and this is a guy that has gotten results. And even before, I switched mentors, which he wasn't a bad guy at all. You know what I mean? It's just that, he had a lot going on, and the young man that I was at the time, I'm ambitious, I'm eager or whatever, and I don't reach out to people often, but it's like this. You give me an assignment or I'm sitting there taking notes or whatever, I'm gonna try to do the work myself, and as soon as I reach like a block point, whatever you wanna call it, then that'll be the only time that I'll reach out to you is if I really honestly need you. All right, so this gentleman now, I don't want to put it out there, but he makes more money. He does have a particular lifestyle that I honestly want to I want to move more towards having. So it just made more sense to go ahead and rock with him instead. So that's what we do. All right, I need to water this mofo down and wipe it down real quick. Sure. About to clean out the inside of that mug. Might as well go ahead and pull out these mats. But yeah. What type of men do these soft, feminine, cooperative, inspirational, fit women want? What type of guys are they looking for? How do I pull those type of women? First and foremost, brother, you need to figure out what your purpose is in life. All right? And keep in mind, you're gonna have some times where you feel like that person may be the one, and it may be, all right? It may be, but that person is going to be willing to get on your program regardless of what changes that you make. As a masculine man that is on his purpose, all right? If you're not on your purpose, then you need to be spending more time focused on that goal, because that is the goal. My purpose is something that I wake up every morning excited to do and get after each and every day. Not something that I'm happy with, not something that I can't do, not something that I saw somebody else doing and I just wanted to do that. No. Is this, whatever your purpose is in life, you wake up each and every morning and you getting after it. And you have the exact same mindset that you had the day before, which should be, I'm excited. Like, it's hard to pull myself away from doing this thing. That's how you know you found the purpose. All right? And it's like this. Are you willing to give up everything to obtain whatever it is that you're trying to get? All right? So as a man, your purpose should be just that. And as a woman, I feel like your purpose is that man. Are you willing to give up everything to be with that man? Are you willing to give up everything to achieve your purpose? Get with your purpose and forever be with your purpose, regardless of what the freak happens in the world. It's all about your purpose. Let me go change this and we'll get back to it, man. We're gonna get the meaning on a certain page, man, before we move forward. We ain't just talking to the man. Fellas, we ain't done. Get your back here front and center, brother. Nigga holler at you. Alright? We gonna get it done, man. We gonna get it done. Appreciate it. We're gonna talk about it. Yeah, we are going to talk about it. Bring your back up here. Y'all thought y'all was safe. Ain't nobody safe on the channel. Nobody. Alright? Fellas, you need to be the man that you're supposed to be. Alright? So that does mean you need to work on yourself. I don't give a damn what anybody else says. Work on your doggone self, because you are naturally not going to attract a person that you're supposed to be if you're not constantly working on you. And I mean constantly, like every day. Every day you need to be making changes to be better. In some areas, all right? In some area, you work on those things. Whatever your weaknesses may be. Especially if it's going to be tied into your purpose. You need to zero in and you need to focus on those things. Ain't no excuses, man. Ain't no excuse. Where did this come from? There you go. Hold on, now let me go get a rag, and we're gonna wipe this mofo down, vacuum out, and then we're gonna pull out. Whenever you ain't gotta be now, long as before we leave. Send me the location. All right, man. Yes, those women, they're out there, man. Don't be one of those guys that's like these modern day women that say that these type of women don't exist. That's just a cop-out for you not to be the person that you're supposed to be. All right? You want to change, you want to be better, gonna have to do the work, man. Can't just sit on your ass every day and not do nothing. You're gonna make some changes. I couldn't tell you exactly what those changes are. It's gonna depend from person to person. You know what I mean? Because some people are weaker in some points, emotional. And I can tell you right now, fellas, as a man, if you don't have any damn control over your emotions, you don't need to be with a woman. Seriously. Because the only thing that you're going to do is you're going to lead more people down a damn dead end. Alright? If you don't have control over your emotions, let's just say, you're lucky enough to have that woman before you get to that point. Alright? And you're moving in that direction. Some people might be lucky enough, now roll the dice and somehow you got that woman that you're supposed to be with. That woman that fits that criteria that I was just talking about. We're not talking about a chick that's on the street, but she fits that criteria. And she's ready and willing, or she's already in the process of being molded to be the woman that you need for her to be. But you have still yet to reach that level on being the man that you're supposed to be. And y'all what we spoke about. We spoke about the leadership, which is something that I think every man should focus on first, man. Leadership, the ability to lead, the ability to not lead with your emotions. I think that is the very first thing that a guy needs to work on. All right? Not letting his emotions get the best of him. Because those type of guys are scary, man. It's like you got a whole damn ship that's behind you. I'm talking about those women, you know, they're lucky enough to get those type of women. You got a whole damn ship, a woman that's in her doggone place. Which again, there's not too many of them that's behind you. I'm just gonna say this, man. Just try to work on becoming that best version of you, man. Seriously. Especially if you're lucky enough to get those type of women. Alright? We're gonna get this thing cleaned up, man, so we can get ready to head out. I wanna make sure that I got all my stuff packed and ready to go. The next time that you guys see or hear from me, Katie will be in, I forgot the name of the damn place. I'll chop it up with y'all soon, but I figured it out. Let me tell you something, man. It has been a very, very busy week, man. Very busy week between, you know, taking care of stuff for my business and then stuff on the back end as far as the part-time job goes or whatever. It's been a lot, man. But I tell you one mother thing. I have did an excellent job at organizing things and getting everything straight. I'll tell you that because I have still been getting it done. Regardless of what life has been throwing in front of me, I've been handling that thing like a champ. And there's been a lot of times within the past 2 weeks that I've had to stand on my square and, you know, handle some situations outside of here, man. Outside of like work, you know, just in the personal, with some things, some situations that I had got myself into, you know, a while back, you know, and I take full accountability and I own up to those things. Let people know, you know, we're not gonna bend, we're not gonna break. Had to handle those situations as far as like just talking to individuals and stuff at work, having a conversation with them, having a conversation and stuff online with people and their different views. And again, man, you know, not saying anybody is wrong or whatever. But one thing that I try to do is I try to make people step back from the situation, take yourself out of it first. We can insert you back in it a little bit later, whatever. But take yourself outside the situation first, and let's think about majority, all right? And then next thing you need to ask yourself is, you know, based on my results, what have I done? And what receipts can I put out there just to show, hey, it worked for me. That's the only reason why I'm speaking the way that I'm speaking. There's a lot of people. A lot of people always have a friend or they know somebody. We're not doing that. Everything that you practicing or that you preaching, we're gonna say practicing, everything that you preaching, are you doing this in your own life? Have you gotten the results, or are you getting the results in your own life? Are you getting the things that you want in life? I always preach about, man, you know, life is all about choices and trade-offs. Because at the end of the day, nobody is going to get exactly what they want. All right? I think that's the hardest thing that I'm trying to cope with. You know, you're not gonna always get what you want, brother, for real. Even though most of the time in my life it's kind of shown me a little bit different. You know what I mean? For the most part, everything that I want, I got it. Any and everything that I wanted, I either got it or I'm moving towards it. And we checking off boxes to the left and mother to the right. You know what I mean? Checking off boxes left and right. I need to charge. Damn, I just thought about that. Hold on. Just thought about it. We technically need to be at 100. I probably should have let this thing charge out. 4 hours. Definitely ain't gonna have no 4 hours to get it done. But do what you do. Do what you do. But like I said, man, we're gonna do a lot of unpacking on this channel, man. I am still in the process of making a lot of different lifestyle changes. A lot of things that I'm definitely not used to, but luckily I do have some guys along the way that's keeping me on the straight and narrow path. You know what I mean? Because there have been some times that I have deviated from that, and every time I deviate from that mug, it's like life will pop your A on the hand. Hey, or punch you in the face. I've been getting the punches. You're moving in the wrong direction, brother. Stay right here. I don't mind it, man. I don't mind. I actually enjoy and appreciate tough love from the right people. I definitely appreciate that, man. You know what I mean? That's what Pops was all about anyway. That tough love. That old school A-word. So, I can definitely appreciate that, dog. The more the better. I ain't gonna cap. I think I'm a little hungry now. Slide up and grab me something to eat before we head out. Take about 15, 20 minutes. We'll be leaving. Yeah, we might be leaving at, I'm gonna say about 30 maybe-ish, maybe a little bit less. But I'm gonna vacuum this cart out. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this live off though before we do that. Cause y'all ain't gonna get to hear anything. And that thing is annoying. Very, very annoying. You know what I'm saying? Oh! But yeah, back to, I didn't say back to what I'm saying. I did want to bring this up. Today is 118. This is day, we're counting down. This is day 118. We did not have a lot of people that were supposed to be there yesterday. They didn't show up, man. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm disappointed. I don't want no damn excuses. I'm act. Y'all already know how I rock, man. Either you there or you ain't. I don't want no damn excuses as to why you, because I'm not gonna be one of those people that say why you ain't show up, why you ain't. Nah, we ain't doing all that, bro. I'm just gonna hold your ass accountable and we're gonna keep it moving. We don't have time to stop. All right? Don't have time to stop. Okay. Don't have time to stop, man. We ain't got time to stop, look back, we ain't got time to smell the roses. These days are gonna keep going, and we gotta make sure that we continue to stay on that square, man. Not just for myself, but for the people around me. You know what I mean? They are, and there's people around you that are depending on you, man. And don't just look at it as it's just, your immediate family, people that you're in a relationship with is people that on the outside looking in is dependent on you as well. It is very, very important. Oh, that you stay on your Stay trying to get better, bro. Gotta continue to try to get better. I don't ask for perfection. Cannot stress that enough. I do not ask for perfection in any type of way. But I am gonna require that you put forth that doggone effort each and every single last time that I see you, each and every time that you get up out of that bed. You know what I mean? Because there are gonna be a lot of times where, you know, those people holding you accountable are not gonna be around. And those times you gotta be ready and willing to hold yourself accountable. Even though most of y'all, unfortunately, don't want to do it. Tell you one thing, man, you don't leave people hanging though. You don't do it. Don't leave yourself hanging. Let me see. Go ahead and throw this to the side real quick. We're gonna go ahead and vacuum this car out. Vacuum this car out. Let me figure it out now. Shoot. This is, what's the next stuff? Let's go. I ain't feeling good right now. I don't want to feel that AC right now, man. We cleaning up right now. We not trying to enjoy, trying to work. Work, cuz. Yes, sir. All right. We're gonna hurry back here real quick, man, before they get back. They've already left out. So we got a short time to knock this out and get after it. So, I'll tell you what, y'all. I'm just gonna mute it right now because I don't feel like going through all this. We're gonna just mute this. We're gonna get it done. Yeah, I'm just gonna beat the hell out of these mats until they get clean. I think for the most part they should. They will. Yep. Just like that. I'm actually gonna talk to a company, man, about sending me some doggone mats. I was actually in touch with one of them, man. One of those companies a while back. But oh, got mixed up doing something else. So it is what it is. Water, really? Not with it. It got real with it. Whoa. Freaking big. Wash my hands, man. Still got to hit the still gotta hit the what's the name? Gotta hit these windows. Let me tell you something. Your car is not clean until you have wiped your freaking windows off. Boy, drop back. We gotta pack the car up. Pack the car up. And we're gonna head out to say. We'll get with y'all, man. Y'all be easy, y'all be blessed, y'all be beautiful. I'll catch you guys at the spot.